What's up, people? Another episode of Raw Ball Talk here today. Premier League review show. We have the main men in the building, as always. What are you saying, Jalil?
Yeah, man. Good, man. Good. Yeah, it's good. I mean, United won. Guess I've got to be nice now. Do you know what I mean? But I've got my cup off. So, yeah, let's get into it. All you boys are well as well, man.
Yeah, we're good. Thank you. And how you doing, Rash, man?
Yeah, well, in all situations, it's good, man. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you had a good weekend.
Yeah, man. It was a good weekend still. Weather was not too bad. So it's all good. And yeah, man. But obviously, people, sorry we're a little bit late. Had to fix up a few things with the editing. But we're all good. We're live. Do make sure to smash that like button upon entry. And do make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel. Let's see what the early comments are saying. I had a feeling... Felt like it's yes, be nice, Jalil, United. Oh, boy. Relentless saying City had one job. FA, bro, listen, I think we're all feeling that way right now still. Now, but big up to you, Relentless. But yeah, man, we all thought City were going to give United a slapping, but it didn't happen, though. Big up the Opinionated Greenhouse. Subscribe to the channel, people. Rash was born with Fulham, bro. Listen, we've already said it, and anyone who watched it, hey, Rash, didn't I tell someone when you made that Fulham bet to put £5 on it?
I think you did still.
I think I did. So if someone had put £5 on it, they would have made themselves a cheeky little bit of money.
I hope they didn't.
Hey, Ed in the building saying sorted out City today real quick. Hey, listen, you guys did. Falak saying, LOL, you guys cry. I'm so happy right now. Listen, you must be mad happy. I can't lie, Falak. And you've got every right to be because United played well today. I can't even front. You guys, especially second half, you did your thing. So, and Relentless saying Liverpool needs some milk. Bro, we're going to get on to Liverpool. Don't worry still. But let's start off there, man. Let's start off. I got the wrong thing on the screen. Let's start off there, man. Man City 0, United 2. Biggest game of the weekend. Manchester Derby. Obviously, we know that the title race is done, so this was more about pride. We kind of spoke about in the prediction show that whenever Ole's up against the wall, he usually gets the result. But we thought that this time would be different. But it was the same old. So yeah, man, Rash, I don't know if you want to kick me off, man. Like, thoughts on the game?
Yeah, so I thought it was a good game. It was entertaining to watch. I think it was more entertaining for me because I was kind of like, come on, City. You know what I mean? It was just like, that when they're almost there and they just didn't get there all flipping game. Do you know what I mean? It kept me on the edge of the seat in that way. But I have to say, well done to Manchester United, man. They had a game plan. It worked. And I think you have to give credit where credit's due sometimes. And as much as I'm onto United all the time and I just refuse to give them the credit that I think that a lot of people are giving lately. If this was Arsenal's performance against City, I would say that's a good performance. You know what I'm trying to say? So I have to be real and say, do you know what? They defended well. Yeah, I like the way Lindelof has actually been playing on the last few. Actually, he's been really playing quite good. Shaw is the guy. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, Luke Shaw's been playing the guy. Jalil, you've been shouting him out for a couple of weeks. I've just been ignoring you still. But I have to admit it, he's that guy still. I think Martial had a sick game. Like, for once, he didn't look tired, frustrated, and lazy. He actually was onto the ball. He was doing a lot more than Rashford was doing. Do you know what I mean? And not that you always have to compare the two in a game, but he was doing a lot more for me. Fernandes. He just did what he usually does. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Fred is trying a bit. McTominay had a good game. He's got good feet for a tall guy. And yeah, you know, they just held it back, even though City had them pinned back the whole game. Do you know what I mean? Just going at them. They just defended well. And when it was time for them to counter, it wasn't stupid lobbed out balls. It was really well thought out, passed balls out from the back to build up a play in a counter attack. and it was just funny that United was just doing the same thing over and over and over again throughout the game, and City just wasn't clocking onto it, or they clocked onto it, but they just couldn't stop it. But yeah, Man United, they had a really good game, I think, especially against City in the current form that they're in. Yeah, man, they did the bits. Well done to United.
Man. Yeah, man, well said. And Falak saying, Rash, let it go, compliment us, you want to. I think Rash did there, to be fair, Falak. I think he definitely did. Relentless saying, Sterling, dead food. I told, man. Boy.
I disagree.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Sterling just struggles against United, but yeah.
It was. Do you know what it was? So just to continue, because you asked me already, I might as well continue. Yeah. I think the battle between him and Basaka was wicked today. Do you know what I mean? And but they both really looked up for it today. Like they was like going for everything. Do you know what I mean? And I thought Sterling had an okay game. I don't think he played poorly at all. I just think United just did enough to keep him a lot more quieter than what we usually expect from him. Just like they did with Gundogan and De Bruyne and the rest of the team. Do you know what I mean? Jesus had a good game. He tried. Do you know what I mean? Except for the mistake at the beginning, he gave away the pen. But other than that, I think he tried. He tried to bang out as much shots, and he was very strong as well up there as well a lot of the time. But United just had that little bit of more discipline. Do you know what I mean? And they were very rigid. It was very good for them. So.
Yeah. You know what? And I think Jalil, obviously, big up to you because you've been mentioning Luke Shaw for a while now, and he was superb again today. I think Martial got man of the match from the Sky Sports pundits, and I think that was probably rightfully so because he was very good up front. Should have scored. Can't take that. That's his problem. His finishing is not good enough. Apart from sight footing, he can't seem to use any other technique, which is why at that angle you never do the finish that he did. But he played very well. But Luke Shaw for me was a close second, and his finish was unbelievable. The way he took it there was unreal. And he's just been superb, like, for a while now. Like, I think, like, you've been saying it for a while. It was Shaden saying, big up Shaden, saying Sterling played all right, needed to be more composed with his chances. Yeah, exactly. I think that's
shout out Big Shay.
Yeah, man. I think that's still the only criticism you can give Sterling right now is that sometimes he can still look a bit iffy. Like, if he was a bit more sure of himself, I think he would have backed today, but it will come for him, I'm sure. Relentless saying Sterling, real definition of a system player. Loves what he does off the pitch, but he's not that good in my opinion. You know what? Fair enough. You know what? Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I see where you're coming from, Relentless. But yeah, Jalil, take it away, man. Obviously, you're known as the United hater and all that. People will be looking out for your thoughts. So go on, man. Give United their props today.
We kind of have to. And I think, obviously, with you guys' permission, I think we should do United player ratings for the first time after this game. So if you
we'll do it, bro. We'll do it.
A few minutes, we should do that. But a couple of weeks ago, I said Lindelof and Maguire walks off the pitch like they're Pepe and Ramos after a Champions League win. They can walk off like Ramos and Pepe today. I'll tell you that for free. Because let's be real. City ain't that kind of team where they don't score. But even if they draw, they score. They haven't really lost, but they score. They done their thing, man. They done their thing. And I don't want to say too much about Luke Shaw. You lot already said it. I've been bigging this guy up for time. And as I said, he better get that England call up, boy. He better get that because I don't want to see Chilwell and all them man there at left back. I'll be honest with you. Great performance from the boys, man. You know, I have to say this, I don't want to come across like I'm hating, I have to say this, but Bruno was compared to KDB today, but KDB created more chances and made more shit happen. Bruno was just bang average. He wasn't good. Do you know what I mean? Oh, he scored a pen. Bruno Penendez. That's where his name comes from. So I expect him to score a pen. So not really any hate coming from my side. Big up United today, man. I'm just happy certain people ain't here, like the real Lukaku and them lot, because they all come through, man.
Might be his still.
Oh, mate, don't play this back, the real Lukaku. You don't want to see this, but do you know what I mean? But we've got to be real, man. You know, it looked good, and let's say, for example, the sixth run that United went on and didn't, get the win, or they kept drawing. but they could really be in this title race at the moment because that was a good performance. And people are saying, "Oh, Ollie should play like this all the time." The funny thing is, Ollie does play like this all the time without fail, and the teams he plays are the teams, you know, that play like not like City, but are open, who don't, you know, put everyone behind the ball and play counter. That's the teams they play and they beat. But the teams that sit back, they do fuck all. They do nothing. The reason why they beat City is because Pep had too much pride to change the system. Because Pep could beat him, but Pep was like, "No, I'm on this attacking thing. I'm not going to change it." Because we've seen them when they're winning 3-0 and Pep still brings on strikers to do the damage. You know what I mean? So having said that, man, it's unfortunate for Pep today, man. Really unfortunate for them, and it was a good win for United. I mean, it realistically doesn't mean anything other than knocking Pep down the drain, do you know what I mean? And beating your rivals. But it's a good win all in all, man. I saw a good few performances out there. And one for Xhaka as well, bro. I don't know how he does it, but every time that guy goes to the floor, he's getting the ball, you know. He can't stand up tackle, but I'm telling you, stat tackles, yeah. He's taking the ball, or he's taking you down with him. Do you know what I mean? So, very good game from him today, man. The defense really impressed me today. Maguire and Lindelof done the business, so I picked them up. And yeah, it's quite a shame to see Rashford come off a bit earlier as well than he normally does. And yeah, let me say something else about something negative as well. Daniel James, bro. Who the fuck is this guy, bro? What is he meant to be the new Giggs? Do me a favour, mate. The door's over there. Do you know what I mean? Fuck off. Fuck me, bro. Who's this kid? I don't watch. Oh, mate, yeah. So, yeah, everyone else impressed me.
Yo, where did that come from, bro? That was,
He just got mad Tourette's there, bro.
Get out the door, bro.
It was too much positivity for United, man. I shouldn't be giving that much love, but yeah, big them up other than Bruno and James, man. Yeah.
But you know what, yeah, and I think what Jalil said is, and you know what, that's why I want to bring up this point, because big up Antonio. He said, do F4, but managed to be the highest scoring team so far this season. I think what you're misunderstanding there, Antonio, is that the point Jalil is making is that today is the type of game that suits Ole. The reason you guys are top scorers, and I understand these goals count, you guys can't take away the fact that United scored 9 against Southampton, 6 against Leeds. 15 of your goals this season, which will be a decent percentage, were from 2 games. So you have to separate that and look at the wider picture. There's a reason you were coming into this 3 goalless draws in a row. Hadn't scored, I think had scored 1 pen against Big Six all season. That is not a coincidence, bro. And it's like Jalil was saying, when teams sit back against United or are more conservative like Chelsea were last week, United struggle to create chances and score. But when they come up against teams like City today, especially if they take the lead, then all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
You give United space on the break, and you see today Martial, Rashford, Bruno sprinting forward, Dan James, like these men they live for the break. So that's where, so it's not really a criticism, it's just an analysis perspective of what Ole needs to get better. But listen, boy, that maybe we're hating, but hey, I feel like Jalil just spewed some truth there.
I was spinning some truth and I was hating. I just wanted the United fans to get onto me, bruv, so I can get back onto them. I'm hoping there's a lot of chat in the chat today for me. If there's none, I'm quite surprised.
Yeah, I mean, Falak saying, LOL, what attacking team, Jalil, no, mate. Obviously, Antonio, Falak saying, LOL, you guys just hating. Jalil, allow United played so well and Jalil can't handle it. So, yeah, I mean, hey, Dan James, Roadrunner, boy, big up Relentless, man. Dan James is just I don't know what. Let's see. There is an Ole agenda. This team was fighting for 4th last season. Only difference is Bruno and some transfers Ole didn't want. I definitely agree. United need more quality. Yeah, no, United need more quality, but I don't know. So you're saying you want Ole to stay?
That's the thing I wanted to bring up as well, especially for United fans, because I bring this up all the time. I say this. Rash, I don't know if you saw this in the group chat from earlier, and I said this to a lot of the United fans. Why can't Ole get any praise today? Because he got a 2-0 win over Pep, and everyone was like,
"Big up Jamie."
Yeah, and everyone was like, "No, I'm not giving him the credit he deserves because we didn't win the other games. What, beating City, we're meant to be happy." I said, "Yeah, beating City, beating the champions, you should be happy." Remember, but I don't know what you got thoughts on that. Should Ole get praised today? I think he should.
100% he should get praised, but I don't know. I always like to look at football like the bigger picture. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, I'm not a United fan, so I know if I was a United fan, I want to try and win the league again. And I just don't feel like I can with Ole. But, you know, Antonio here makes a point. What do you think about this point, Rash saying Ole needs to be backed? We can't realistically compete with Fred and them, man. What do you think about this point? Do you think we give Ole too much criticism? And if he had the players, he could compete for the title?
You know what it is? I think Ole's criticism comes from himself. I have never really heard him speak tactically. You know, I've never ever heard him in a interview post or pre-match. I've never heard him talk about tactics, about what he should do and how he must play in this line or defense or the front. I've never heard him do that. And that's what's making me think, okay, maybe the team's on autopilot and he's just like, yeah, go on, lads, go do the business. Do you know what I mean? And if it's not that the case and he is doing what he is doing tactically week in, week out, and it's having this effect, then he's a brilliant manager. He's fantastic, especially with the squad that he's got, the ones in midfield. Yeah, the Fred's like, because he puts a lot of trust in Fred. He starts him week in, week out, so he manages to get Fred playing to a level which is suitable for the results that they're getting. If you understand what I mean. So maybe with his tactics, Fred has to be there because it suits his tactic, whatever tactic that is. Maybe the madness needs to be there of Fred for it to actually work the way. Maybe Fred's a distraction away from Fernandez because Fernandez don't really bring a lot in the game except for goals and the odd through ball. Do you know what I mean? So who knows what the tactics are? But if this is what his tactics are, he has to get some sort of credit because I've been dissing him for a long time. Like really, this you don't know. I don't give him no credit. But well, if they finish second again, yeah, what man's gonna have to start saying, all right, he might know what he's doing. Maybe that little bit of managerial spot that he had in Mulder, it's Mulder, wasn't it?
Mulder, yeah.
In Mulder, it's actually coming through now that he's fully established himself at United. So yeah, I think it is a bit hard. I think it's time for us to say, do you know what? He's an all right manager. You can't keep saying Allardyce and them and are better than him anymore because it's just not the case.
I mean, Allardyce. I mean, I'm so happy Allardyce is going to get relegated with West Brom finally. But yeah, you know what? I feel like with Ole, at one point, I feel like it could go bad for him at United. But I think no matter what happens here moving forward, he's done a respectable job. He's done a respectable job where history will look back and say, you know what? He wasn't the best tactically, but he brought good vibes back. And he helped build a decent squad for the next man to take forward. So you have to give him credit for that. And I think we all have. I think we're just saying, as United fans, like we believe you guys have a decent team where a couple of additions, you guys can challenge. I believe you guys can challenge with a couple of additions.
Not far away. You're not far away at all.
You're not far away. You're not far away at all. Antonio saying Mourinho had proven quality players during his stint, won a few cups and imploded. Ole picked up the pieces and managing an average team, but needs better players. I don't know if Mourinho's team was that much better than Ole's, to be fair. I think Ole's got a decent team now.
I think it's just Fernandez. Who else? Cavani.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no one told Mourinho to bring in Sanchez and mess up the whole flow that season. That was Mourinho's choice to do that. I've said this before. It's the wrong time to change him. We have to see what will happen at the end of the season. He needs to be given credit, and he is trying. You can see it now. Yeah, no, 100%. He definitely should
say that before, and you had said that before.
Yeah. He definitely should not be sacked now. I think he definitely should stay. But at the end of the season, I feel like United kind of need to assess the landscape and see who's out there available. Obviously, Pochettino's gone. Do you trust the Leipzig man? I see good thing in the Leipzig man, but then I see him how he played against Liverpool in the Champions League, and it gives me questions like, Liverpool's only danger right now is on the counter, and you play a high line.
Didn't I see that he was on the waiting list for Tottenham though?
Bro, I saw that as well.
See that?
Yeah, that's it, boy. Hey, Tottenham might be decent, Rash, if he goes there. What are you saying?
What's that now?
Don't try to trick me. See how you try to trick me, Jalil? You try to catch me while I was going like this.
Yeah. I'm trying to get one day. Rash is gonna say something good about Spurs on camera. One day.
Well, they made it to TV, innit? Well done.
Yeah. I must say he does have Pep's number when they've played against each other, but for the long term, he's not the answer. Yeah, well, he definitely has Pep's number. Man was saying Bruno's the best January signing in Prem history. But yeah, but they were smoking crack. No offense. No offense. No offense. Like the guys yeah. Anyway, imagine if United had the depth City have, we wouldn't get these 0-0 results. He would have options like Pep does. LOL, Jesus off and Foden on. Wow. I mean, but Jesus ain't great, bro. No offense. I don't think Jesus should be a backup, in my opinion. I don't think. Do you think he'll start? He wouldn't. Would he even start? Would Jesus start at Arsenal? Can you say that with your chest?
I don't know. You know, he's a good player.
You can't say it with your chest.
I can't say it straight away. I have to.
Harry Kane starts for every team.
Yeah, correct.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Jesus wasn't. Do you know why? Because Jesus hasn't really been Jesus since his first season.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
I mean, that's where the hype came in, and that's where the hype train came from. It was his first season, and that's where my ratings for him going. And I think I'm still holding on to that because I still like, well, he's a good player, but he's a good player, but is he as good as I think he is? I think it's because of the first season.
I think you're right. I think he is a good player, and I think but I feel like City will get a striker in the summer. And yeah, Antonio, I hear you, bro. You were making a point, and I hear that. I was just saying, like, yeah, Jesus ain't great still, but I hear you. Relentless saying he starts for Arsenal. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. He might do, to be fair. I don't know. But yeah. But listen, before we move on from this game, obviously, big up everyone for your comments. Loving this. Smash that like button. If you're new, subscribe. Do share with your friends. Quick player ratings for Man United. We're not going to do City, people. Sorry if you're a City fan. Sorry, we'll give it to the winning team today. We know how this works. One each. So Jalil, Dean Henderson.
Yeah, strong 8. I'm gonna go to 9, but yeah, strong 8 for me. Just because I've got a 9 and 10 in my head at the moment. So, but yeah, strong 8, Bobby. Bob, the Gea is finished.
Hey, United fans, talk to us. Do you feel like Henderson should now be your number 1? But yeah, Rash, Wan-Bissaka.
I think the way him and Sterling went at it today was brilliant, and I think he came out on top the majority of the time, even though Sterling had a really good game. So I think he also pops out an 8 for me.
Yeah, 8 for Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Wan-Bissaka enjoys those one-on-one duels.
He does.
I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of refreshing to see a Rabba just take on the challenger. Yeah. And likewise, Sterling not being afraid to
try and take him on.
Take him on. So big up them two for that still. Jalil, Lindelof.
Lindelof, clean sheet, straight 8 for me.
Yeah.
Maguire, Rush.
You know what? Like with Lindelof playing, I didn't really notice Maguire too much. I swear down. I don't. So I'll just give him, based on the win and the fact that it's a clean sheet, I'm gonna say a 7 because I'll be honest, I didn't notice him too much.
Yeah, which is not a bad thing, but I think Lindelof was better than him.
Lindelof won all his battles, really, and Lindelof made it easier for Maguire, so that's a good point, Rash.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Jalil, Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw! Luke Shaw. Hey. I mean, I don't know who should get mad. It's between Martial and him, but for now, I'm going to give him a 9. Clean sheet, done the business. I'll say a 9. He could get a 10 at the end, we could change it, but yeah, let's say 9.
Yeah, 9, that's fair. Hey, United fans, you can't be complaining. These are some fair, good player ratings still. No hate here.
We don't even do this for Arsenal when they win, bro. I'm telling you.
Trust me, I'm telling you, it's true. Rash, McTominay.
Yeah, I think he had an okay game as well. I'll say a 7.
Yeah, I think 7's fair. Jalil,
Fred. Yeah, same as McTominay, 7, man. I don't really like Fred. I'm not his biggest fan, but I'm gonna give him a 7. I don't want to start beef at the moment, you know.
Yeah,
there's a lot of them there tonight, you know. I don't know what they're doing, you know, but they're celebrating.
No beef at the moment. Rash, Bruno.
6. Because he got the goal.
You say 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll back that. 100.
I triple that. I think 6 is fair. Like, I thought he was just bang average.
He gets 5. He gets 5 for his performance and 1 for the goal. So 6. I would have said that as well. Average game for him.
6. People let us know if we're being harsh, but honestly, I thought Bruno was just, he was just there, but like, yeah. But anyway, Jalil, Dan James.
How much time do we have? Yeah, man, he can hold. He got the win. He's in the winning team. He can hold a 5 or 6. I'm swifting more towards a 5, just average, man. He ain't really there, was he?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I don't know what he's thinking when he's on the ball. Like, I'd really like to see into his brain when he's got the ball, just to see what he's thinking.
I generally reckon he's not thinking.
Solskjaer's telling him, "Oh, do you know what? In training, you remind me of Giggsy. You're from Wales, right?
Do you know him?
Right from the country. You could be the next Giggs son. And you're at United. Think about it."
Yo,
can you imagine the tactics? Oh, how do I do it? Just kick the ball and run, mate. Just keep kicking the ball and just keep running. You might end up in the box, crack a shot if you get there.
You know what, with Dan James, that's what it literally feels like. He's just literally telling him, hey, mate, just kick it down the line and see what happens.
Trust me. And don't lift your head up. If I see you lifting your head up, I'm going to slap you.
But anyway, big up Dan James still. Just, you know what, just for that, let's give him a 6. Let's give him a 6.
Fuck it, 6.
Let's give him a 6. Let's give him a 6.
Yeah.
Rashford.
I'll give Rashford a strong 6.
I agree, yeah. Could have been a 7 if he did a bit more.
A bit more, yeah. Just need more from him, man.
Yeah. Me and my brother and me and Ed were saying it in the game. Like, if Rashford, I feel like, I want to say it again, like, I feel like if maybe he was coached by a different man, somebody else, to really develop his football understanding, he could be elite. He's got the traits to be an elite player, but at the moment it's so too much on and off. But anyway, and Jalil, last man, Martial.
Yeah, Martial can hold a 9. Really effective today. For me, he's not really having the best season. I think I've said this many times, but today he really showed up, man. He really showed up today. And you know, to think about this, yeah, in the first minute of the game, grabbing the ball and running into the box and trying to take on that many men, you gotta rate the kid, bro. So yeah, it's a 9 for me, man. He changed the game dramatically in the first minute.
Yeah. No, I thought he was brilliant today. I think if he'd scored, he may even have been worthy of almost a 10.
Yeah.
But you gotta bury your chances, because you know, on another day, City get 2-1, ends 2-2, and all of a sudden we're saying, "Raw, you need to finish your chances." But he was superb today, and like you said, with Martial sometimes, and I'm one of his biggest fans, but I noticed today how I could tell from the first minute that he was on it. Like, and that I think is something that he just needs to make sure is consistent, because if you can see someone's on it from the start, that means it's something you gotta light up inside you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So,
but his decision making even today is just really good. Like, usually, like, he'll get the ball and he'll take it into somewhere where he can't really do too much, but he'll go there anyway, and then it will flop. But he knew when to release the ball. He was hungry when they were off the ball to put players under pressure and that, closing the gaps so that City couldn't pass out from the back as well as they wanted to. Like, I think he put in a really good shift, man.
Yeah, he did.
Well done to Martial.
Nah, well played, Martial. Well played. Falak saying we're here celebrating with you, Jalil. That's what we're doing. Hey, celebration for United fans tonight.
Yep.
Yeah. Opinion Bruno saying Bruno gets a 6, didn't stand out at all. Yeah, agree. Martial gets an 8, didn't finish his dinner. Yeah, I understand. That's not maybe unfair. Maybe we're being a bit generous, but you know what? After some of the things we said about United, they deserve our generosity today. But listen, United fans, hope you enjoyed that. Great win for you guys. And yeah, let's keep things moving. Obviously, this team didn't get a win. Unfortunately, we drew 1-1 with Burnley. The 1-1 result doesn't really say the full story of the game. We were in control. Should have been 2-3-0 up. Game done and dusted. And then, you know, Xhaka done a Xhaka. 1-1 at half time. And then second half, VAR. Don't know how we didn't get a pen. Then we thought we had a pen, no pen, which was the correct decision. Then Ceballos hits the post last minute. Funny enough, actually, Burnley could have gone 2-1 ahead as well. Chris Wood, I think, missed a big chance. Good save by Leno. But Jalil, man, obviously we're going to do player ratings for this one too. What happened with these guys? I was with you guys. I'm disappointed. Hey, we're disappointed too. KMT Arsenal. Yeah, we feel you, bro. We feel you. Saw your reaction today still. People check that out. Subscribe to the Opinion of Guna. But yeah, man. Jalil, talk to me. What do you make of the game, man?
Oh, I'm trying to think, because like I was having a conversation with a few people in regards to why we didn't win. And not many people said it was the incident between Xhaka and Leno was the reason why we lost, because we drew. Do you know what I mean? And if you look at it, Leno didn't have much to do other than that mistake, and they almost did the same thing again in the second half. But having said that, yeah, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why we didn't win. Yeah, and one is Mikel, second is VAR, and the other is Saka, not Xhaka, Xhaka, because he didn't have a good game. For me, I'll just break the news now. He's not getting over a 3 from me, unfortunately. He's been doing well all season. Don't get me wrong, but bruv, I had to watch that game back and all the highlights, bruv. He weren't cutting it. He weren't cutting it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just got to be honest with that. Second thing, Mikel, wrong substitutes is my reason. I'm very happy with the lineup that went out yesterday. I'm not changing anything. The only thing I was really shocked about was Chambers at the right back. And even him, I didn't really see any mistakes from him. He won all these battles. He's not even quick, but his positioning was really good. And I can understand why he was one of the, I guess, best players, as a lot of Arsenal fans were saying, in the Emirates era. Do you know what I mean? He's done a job. But for me, he's not what we need. You know, I still prefer Cedric on the right, and I still prefer someone better. Maybe hopefully Lamptey can come in. But whatever it is, I don't care. Chambers done the business yesterday, you know, and he won all these dual headers. Back four done the business as well. All of them have got to give credit. Even David Luiz and Mary, you know, Rash will know me from years when we signed Mary, you know, and I was like, I don't rate him. And me and Rash kept having these conversations. Rash was like, I watched him in Brazil or whether it was, you know, he was doing the job. And I was like, Bob, I just don't want anyone who's been at loads of teams as a fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? On a loanee, and, you know, not being at a permanent squad. But you know, maybe I'm wrong with Mary, you know, maybe he has done the business. But having said that, I don't think Arsenal fans should be shocked that we conceded yesterday in regards to, we had David Luiz and Granit Xhaka on the pitch. One of them is bound to make a mistake, and this time it was Granit Xhaka, mate. Do you know what I mean? So having said that, it was a 1-1, but Xhaka's not the reason why we didn't win. The reason why we didn't win is because Mikel made the wrong subs, bringing on the wrong guys, bruv. Willian should have stayed on. He looked all right. He looked like he was trying to make shit happen. But yeah, my guy Saka is the reason. I'm going to say VAR and him is the reason why we lost yesterday. Just couldn't finish his dinner, as we keep saying, and VAR fucked us over the handball, man. Because out of all the 3 handballs we claimed, the one when Pepe done him, you know, that was a handball. And there's a new rule about the close proximity of things. You know, if it's close and the ball hits you, it's not. But if I know that as a defender, I'm putting my hands up every time. Oh, what? It's just there, ref. It's just there, ref. Do you know what I mean? So for me, all in all, poor VAR, poor the main man, and poor decision making from Mikel, in my opinion.
Yeah, you know what? Well said. And I think, you know, it's easy to go in on Xhaka. Everyone knows my thoughts on him, and obviously, I don't feel like he's good enough for Arsenal. But you know, you can't pour 100% of the blame on him. Yesterday, he made a horrible mistake. But you know, in the context of the game, it's not the sole reason why we didn't win. There were many other factors. I think you brought a good point around the handball. I think, you know, to be honest, the defender was really clever there. He understood the situation, saw the bounce of the pool, understood the type of player Pepe is, and knew Pepe is the type of player that could flick it past him. So he already had his arm there. So if it did hit him, you can say, well, my arm was already there. He kicked it into my arm. And that's how VAR interpreted it, which is wrong because it's a clear handball. For me, I look at it this way. The way the handball rule was 5-10 years ago, it was a penalty then. After the interpretation, it's a penalty then. And how it is now, it's a penalty now. It's a penalty full stop every single time. So that's just all for VAR. But no need to talk about them. We know what VAR have been on, especially with Arsenal, David Luiz, etc. I feel like they don't rate us, but
They don't. They don't. Why can't all? I mean, they got it perfectly right with a Pepe shot and it hit my man on the shoulder, and I thought that was beautiful defending. That was from the Burnley left back. But I just keep thinking like, well, why didn't you go to VAR for the first two?
They did. That's the thing. They did.
No, but like in regards to it, they told him it's okay, but with this one, they waited.
Look.
Do you know what I mean? So I just
the second one, they took their time to look. The first one, they just quickly looked at it and said, "Yeah, nah, no pen, keep it moving." That's the thing, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, Rash, yeah, I mean, just kind of taking it from what Jalil said. I think he made a number of good points. As the Chambers was actually good. Chambers was decent yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. Again, he's not the answer, but you have to give credit where credit is due. He played well. I feel like he even played better than Bellerin would have.
He did.
Which is, I don't know if it says something about Bellerin, but yeah, I mean, Rash, like, take it away, like, by the fourth in the game, looking forward to Olympiacos.
This game in particular that we just played, we didn't play poorly. We was in control of the game the whole time, and it kind of was as I kind of expected it to go, except for obviously we drew, we didn't win. Yeah. And I know you're saying, look, we don't want to blame Xhaka for that, but look, he is to blame. He is to blame. Maybe Leno a little bit. He put him under a bit of pressure. He didn't have to play that ball to him. Did put him under a bit of pressure. Could have cleared it. I would have cleared it personally. But to play the short pass into Xhaka, even though he asked for it, Xhaka did say, here. Yeah, he called for it. I still wouldn't have, as the goalkeeper, and he can see everything, he should have made a better decision. However, Xhaka should just know better as well. Why are you playing across the goal for? That close, you learn that in flipping year 7. You know what I'm trying to say? You don't play across the goal in those sort of situations, just in case what did happen happens. You know what I'm trying to say? And look, the other day, I blamed Maury for the mistake that made us concede the goal, and I said it was because he was backing off. I think it was against Leicester. Yeah. And I was saying, but in reality, it wasn't. Again, it was Xhaka's mistake. It was Xhaka's mistake, and Maury got pulled backwards because he noticed the danger from Vardy. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So when I look back on it, the criticism that went towards Maury that they shouldn't have been and should have gone to Xhaka. And again, I'm gonna say again today, it was Xhaka's mistake, and I think Maury and Luiz had brilliant games. I like the way they're powering up together, like really solid. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't worried once. Okay, they had a few chances. Do you know what I mean? Burnley that they should have really put away, but I think those were mainly because we were so bang on trying to get another goal when we was into the attack. A lot of the time, it created a lot of spaces, especially if you leave 2 people at the back. It's going to do that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I think it was a steady performance by Arsenal. You know, there was a couple players that I think didn't do as well. Yeah, as you were saying, Saka didn't really have the best game. I don't think he's to fault of us not winning, because at the same time we had forwards. I mean, Lacazette, he wasn't Lacazette that I like. Do you know what I mean? He didn't do enough of the hold-up play. He was going to ground a lot. Do you know what I mean? Asking for a lot rather than putting in a lot of the hard work that he normally would do. I just don't think it was in the final third. We just didn't do what we was supposed to do. Do you know what I mean? We didn't crack enough shots. We didn't hit the target enough. Do you know what I mean? It was all whack shots. At the end, Ceballos has that almost moment where, you know what I mean? But that was the game yesterday. It wasn't too bad, but I think the one fault is the thing that cost us the game, and that was Xhaka. Do you know what I mean? He has been playing well, but I'm gonna let it be as I see it. You know what I mean? And it was his fault.
So Xhaka was the reason why we didn't win.
Yeah. Because check it, if he didn't do that, it would have been 1-0. So tell me something else.
Nah, look, we've had a whole half to put away chances. Pepe missed too many.
But let's just play. Let's just erase that one moment that he did. What was the score? It would have remained as 1-0. But they didn't score any goal other than that. We didn't score any goal other than our first. The only little thing that stopped us from achieving what we was on our way to achieving was that.
But Rash, you know this, yeah, and John, you know this. We have mistakes. If you look at the games we had in Europa, the last 2 games we had in Europa, every single goal came from our mistakes.
Who made that mistake?
With Xhaka, but hear what I'm saying. But Sebastian made this mistake at Europa. But hear what I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I said this before. Luis and Xhaka, when they're two on a pitch, I know something could go wrong, and that's why I'm not going into this game thinking it's going to be 1-0. I said we have to outscore teams. I've always said we have to outscore teams. And the funny thing is, we had the players to do it yesterday. With Saka up front, Saka on the right, and then Pepe coming on. Way too many chances. We had 15 chances. At least
I would have started Pepe.
I would have started Pepe.
I would have started Pepe as well.
And I would have rested. As I said this in our previous in our prediction show on Friday. I would have rested a whole lot of players, and he rested a lot of players. And the one player that I said, well, 2 players I said he should rest was still playing were Aubameyang and Saka, because I feel like we should save them for the Thursday. But going back to the point again, I don't ever go into a game thinking we're not going to score when them 2 on the pitch, because they've got mistakes in it. And Xhaka has the most mistakes since he's come to the Prem. So I know that if it happens, I want shocked. I want like, oh, fucking hell, I want swearing. I was like, I knew it was going to happen. But let's outscore them now. Let's turn on. That's my only point.
Yeah, no, fair enough. And I think I hear both sides. I'd probably give Xhaka at least 50% of the blame. I think you can put the rest on a mix of VAR and not taking our chances. But I think purely because what Xhaka did is basically an direct assist for the other team, he's got to get at least 50% of the blame. Obviously, you always make mistakes, but there's certain magnitudes of mistake that are bigger than others, and that was just ridiculous.
I just think it's just a schoolboy error, man. Schoolboy error. For someone who's a pro, you should know better than that. But the handball decision, that's why I didn't even touch on it, because it's so obvious. It's just bait. It's like there's an agenda.
Yeah,
it's like there's an agenda now. Like it's a joke. It's a joke. Yeah. Like you don't even need to explain why that is a handball. You need to explain to me why it's not. You know what I'm trying to say? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, perfectly said.
Yeah. And it's totally different to the Chelsea one. For anyone who's trying to chat rubbish, the Kante, it hit Kante's hand. Way different, like totally different. Yeah. So and that's what they were trying to compare it to. No, it was totally different. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. One was in his stride moving, and the other one was like this. His arm was in an unnatural position, and the other one was in a natural position. That's why, and it was too close to give it. This one, it was close, but he was unnatural. Therefore, it's a pen. Is that?
I agree.
100% a pen. 100% a pen. Definitely agree with that. But yeah, let's see what some of the people are saying. Opinion agree, not saying. I also blame Leno for that mistake too. Leno can see more of the pitch than Xhaka, so he should have ignored Xhaka's claim to get the ball, but it's mainly Xhaka's fault. I hear you, bro. I would just say they're taught to play from the back. And sometimes in the modern game, it's about enticing teams on so you can pop it and then do a quick pop and you're out. And in reality, Xhaka should have done a first-time right foot pass to the right, but he can't use his right foot. So, again...
I don't blame Leno. I don't blame Leno at all. As someone who comes to pick up the ball, you can never look at the keeper and say, why the fuck would you pass to me? He can see the pitch, but I've taken a glance and I've said, give me the ball. There's only one thing on my mind. Get rid. Pull it. Yeah.
What's crazy is that Burnley actually played right into our hands. They couldn't deal with us until that moment. Yeah, Burnley were not doing anything. And then the second half became a scrap because of that mistake. And Ed in the building saying Xhaka or Xavi. Yeah, I mean,
we know who you're picking, bro. And it's not Xavi.
And it ain't
Xavi. Hey, listen, let's not get started on that Xavi figure still. But yeah, listen, let's do some quick player ratings to wrap up the Arsenal game. Rash, Leno, talk to me.
Look, for his part that he took in that, he has to take some sort of responsibility, because even us as outfield players, you can say, give it to me, but if I see a man over there and I know he's on your back, I'm not going to do that, bro. So he has to take some blame. It cost us the 3 points. Ultimately, he was a part of that. I give him a 6 because of the saves that he did make in the game as well. Some really good saves.
Fair point. Jalil, Callum Chambers.
Callum Chambers. He won his duel, man. He impressed me. I'm giving him a 7. He can hold a 7, man. He impressed me, bro.
I think a 7 is actually fair. I feel like he did handle his duels well. He was good in the air. Played well. Rash, David Luiz.
David Luiz, I think he had a good game. I'd give him a 7 as well.
Fair. And Pablo Mari, Jalil?
Papa Mari can just hold a bit more than a 7, actually. He can hold an 8. We didn't win, so I don't really, do you know what? I'm not giving him an 8 because we didn't win. 7, he can hold a 7 as well.
I thought it was superb, though. I have to say.
Just because we did, I just want to say, just because we didn't win doesn't mean like, because remember, a defender's job is different to a forward's job. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I think that man did the business, man. But yeah, it's your opinion, though. It's up to you, bro.
Yeah, go on, Jalil.
I mean, it's a good point because a clean sheet weren't his. I mean, he would have kept a clean sheet and went for Xhaka's mistake. So, yeah, man, I'm going to retract and go for an 8, man, because for me, he was impressive. You know, I know we didn't win. But yeah, you guys made a very good point. I'm going to go for an 8, man.
I thought he was very good, actually, especially in the air. He won a lot of headers convincingly. I have to say, the opinion agreement saying Leno gets a 7. 7. Ed saying Czech was the worst ball playing keeper. Oh yeah, man.
It was shit.
Don't remind us of Czech on the ball.
Good shot and penalty saver though.
Yeah, he was. Rash, Kieran Tierney.
Weird one. He was up and down a lot of the pitch, and he was putting balls in. They just weren't to no one. I found a lot of the time, man. For the first time, you know what I mean? He's usually pretty good at picking out a player and that. But he was up and down the pitch, and he did what he had to do as well. I'd say 7.
Okay. Jalil, Granit Xhaka.
He can hold. Granit Xhaka can hold it too. Just, do you know what? I expected from him. I'm going to give him a 3 because he had a. Do you know what? No. Do you know what? I'm not. I'm going to. I'm going to be.
2 was perfect. 2 was perfect.
No. For his mistake, he can get a reduction of 3 because he cost us the 3 points from a standard performance, which was a 5. Which I thought, if that didn't happen, he was standard yesterday. But having said that, he won. He done his thing in the midfield, man. And I'll be honest with you as well. I know Rash is going to rate Partey, but Partey lost the ball a few times and Xhaka had to retrieve it, and we saw that from the side tackles he put in. I'm just saying that.
Okay, so you're giving.
I think Xhaka had an okay game, but the bad mistake.
Same.
You go get penalized for your mistakes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But you're saying 3, yeah?
Yeah, I'm saying 3. Hold a 3, man.
Penny was saying Tierney gets a 5. Okay.
There's one thing about Tierney. I understand why he said 5. Tierney got caught up bare times. That's why Mari had a good game, because he was cleaning up Tierney's mistake. Tierney was, and you know, have you noticed that when he bursts up the pitch, he runs back and he's like huffing and puffing a lot. I know what he's doing there, but like I'm like, bro, just chill at the back for a bit, man.
You know why with Tierney I think he's huffing and puffing? Because when you look at the other fullbacks like a Robertson or something, right? When they're coming on the attack, they're coming in and they're just whipping it, right? See, 9 times out of 10, I feel like he's having to get the ball from the middle and carry it all the way. This guy's always carrying the ball, little drop of the shoulder, down the line, whip it. Like 9 times out of 10. He's almost our whole offense on the left-hand side when Pepe's not there. So
especially when it's Oba out on that left-hand side.
You know
he does all the work.
That's Mikel's fault then, because you can't be doing that. If you know that's what Tierney does and he leaves that side exposed, bruv, how many balls could have been put? How many balls was put in and Mari and David Luiz had to defend? And bruv, these Burnley guys ain't small, you know. They're big lads, bruv. And that's why I rate Mari yesterday, because all those balls he was on in the air and clearing against them big man. And obviously David Luiz, we know he can do it. I didn't know Pepe can do it, but with Tierney, he kept leaving that space open and all the balls came from there. So I can understand why my man wants to give him a 5 though. Out of position.
I hear that. Ed saying Shaw's great and Tierney.
He is. I said this already.
Wait, are you saying on form or as a player? You think Luke Shaw better? On form and as a player, Shaw's way better. Ooh, way better, yeah.
Way better.
I'm not sure he's way better than Tierney. I'm not going to lie to you. I like Tierney still. What do you think, Rash? You agree with that, yeah?
No, I don't agree with that, but it's okay. Let him have it, innit? Say that shit. Entertaining. But you want me to entertain that conversation? No, you mad. Go away, man.
Let's
get out of here, Jalil.
Let's be real. Tierney's a bad boy, yeah, and his attitude to football, yeah, has made me love the guy, bro. He's not a dickhead. He's not a pushover. As many Arsenal players we've seen in our times. Tierney's a bad boy, but I'm telling you now, Shaw's technically better. He's probably quicker, and his position is much better because he goes up as well. He does the same thing as Tierney, Robertson, and them, man. But why is he still back doing the business? Come on, man. He does the business, man. And Tierney, unfortunately, gets caught out way too many times. But on an attack, Tierney does the business, man. This is
the problem. Yeah. When Luke Shaw was doing bits, yeah, before, and then he went to United, everyone, Luke Shaw, man, bloody this. He had a couple sick, like half a season. Oh my gosh, he's the best. He's the best. He's the best, fam. No one can't touch Luke. And then he moved into his mode and was crap. Sluggish,
Injuries.
Overweight, injured, positioning poor, defending poor, making silly mistakes for ages as well. And then he gets out of his slump and starts to have a good couple games again. And all of a sudden, he's better than Tierney, the man who's been consistent for like, what, 5 seasons in a row, first at Celtic and then at Arsenal. Do me a favour, bruv.
Tierney doesn't have to tackle.
Do me a favour, bro.
Tierney doesn't have to tackle. Sure does.
You know what? It's a good debate.
Shaw's hench. It's a good debate. That's why you like him. He tackles like you. Have you seen Janelle tackle?
Yeah.
The rugby.
Janelle likes to put the arm.
He gives you the free hit. Come on,
cheeky elbow.
I got told that was
bro.
I remember one time in the game, yeah, I got told, you know how Dembele plays when he's in the middle and he uses his body. I got told I play like that. Well, I don't like Dembele, but I was quite impressed with that.
Hey, you should take that as a compliment, bro. Don't worry. Yeah. Saying Tierney is better, Shaw is too fake. You know what? I'll be happy with either left back right now. Let's just move on from that one. But Rash, Partey.
Yeah. An average strong 6. Do you think he did too much in the game?
Would have got a 5 from me still.
I like it when he's on the ball, the little silky play that he does. And yeah, he lost the ball. He has been misplacing a few passes lately. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, but it's good. It shows he's a man. You know what I mean? And he's not some super infallible person that everyone's trying to put to him. No, he's a really good player, but he's got a mistake in him, 1 or 2 mistakes in him as well. So it's good to manage the expectancy, I guess.
Yeah. Compliment from Ed saying Jalil is Desai. Hey.
And that's the compliment too, bruv. I know. Animal.
I'm telling you, Partey was okay. He lost the ball a bit, so he gets a 5. I hear that, but I would have given him a 6. I'm not gonna lie. I would have given him a 6. I thought he was pretty good first half. Tired a bit second half, in my opinion, but I understand a 5 as well.
That's why most of these guys should hold a 5, because the first half we done the business. Why can't you carry that into the second half? Second half they were all over us, bro. And Partey, to be fair, Partey got bodied by someone smaller than him. Who's that? Is it right wing or left winger? What's his name?
Oh, in second half.
Bruv, why are you bodying Partey? Well, you're a slim guy. You're moving to Partey. That as a big man, that upset me.
Bro, listen, it happens, man.
I don't know why I used to do that to you all the time, cuz.
Everyone knows. Rash knows. Rash, when we used to play with each other, everyone knows. What was my technical thing? I used to shout, my midfield. Nobody could touch me, bro. There wasn't anybody.
Yeah, but you know it was super untouchable when it was me and you in the midfield.
Yeah, me and you. Yeah, we done our thing, bro. Rash is a good partner to have because he listens. Most people don't listen. I have to do all the work. Rash made my life a bit easier. I'll be honest.
Football's a lot about listening and communicating. Still, if you're playing with,
that's all it is.
If you're playing with a psycho next to you, boy, it can get peak. I'm not gonna lie. Ed saying, "Where's that bum, Marty Shitty?" I'm guessing he's talking about Martinelli. Boy, listen.
I'm worried.
That's disrespectful, man. Martinelli's sick, bruv. He's sick, bro.
But we've seen this before. You're sick now, yeah, and then you just get washed away, bruv. Imagine this happened to Martinelli. Washed away.
Boy.
It usually shows in their performances and stuff. I don't see him being shit.
Yeah, fair enough.
Boy. Janelle Saka.
Yeah, I told you Saka could hold a 3, man. But I'm telling you, all our attacking players cost us, bruv. And if you know, the only person that I can rate is Aubameyang getting a goal. He done the keeper wrong. He done Tompkins dirty as well. Made them both go different ways and left a little gap. You shouldn't. Number one, keeper shouldn't be getting in that angle. But if Aubameyang's got it in that way, I'm giving Aubameyang praise. So he's the only person. But yeah, Xhaka can hold a 3 from me, man. And Paul, he should have come off a bit earlier. It's not his fault because he has credit in the bank. He saved us way too many times. But yesterday just wasn't his game, and he should have come off other than Willian.
Yeah, I hear that. Rash Odegaard. 6. I agree with 6. I agree with 6.
I like Odegaard, man.
I like him, but we're not getting the most as we should from him at the moment. But I like what I see, but yeah, we're not getting the most out of him right now. Who's next up? Jalil. Willian.
Yeah, Willian and Odegaard should have come off because they're the only two making shit happen, really. Yeah, I understand. Willian can hold a 6 as well, just because of that. I don't know if that's an assist, but he's got his name on it.
It is. Say it. Call it how you see it.
He played the ball into a perfect movement. It was in the play. You got to give him. Willian can hold a 7. Yeah, if Aubameyang's good, I think I'll hold him a 6 or 7. I just can't make up my mind.
I think 6 is fair.
6 is fair. Yeah, 6 is fair.
I think 6 is fair. And Rash Aubameyang.
Yes, did the business opening couple minutes. You know, I'm trying to say it's what we needed. It's actually what I said we would do. I said we're going to kickstart really fast. You know, what I mean, I can see us banging in a quick 2 and then holding it, but obviously with the mistake, it just didn't go according to that plan. But started brightly. He was a problem for them. Like whenever he touched the ball, which was good. It's good to see. You know what I mean? It's just lacking in that. It's like he's gotten slower because some of the balls that looked bad from Saka yesterday that was coming into the box because no one was there was still put into spaces where you want to see your striker. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So he gets the 7 for me.
Yeah, I hear you. I think 7's fair.
I think that's fair.
You know, saying 4 for Saka. He didn't finish his dinner, but he was still trying. Yeah, good point. Saying Willian gets a 6. Saying Aubameyang gets a 5 apart from the goal. He didn't do anything. I hear that. He didn't. You know what? I would say why he didn't do much apart from the goal. I would say he did more than he usually does.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Usually he's completely non-existent from the game, but yesterday I actually saw him a couple of times.
Gareth Bale.
Allow it. It was put on a plate. It was put on a plate. Don't let him gash you.
So what?
So it was good. He was in the position, but he was put on a plate. He didn't do nothing great. Well done, Kane. Well done, Harry Kane. Well done, Kane.
Nah, fuck Kane. Fuck.
Harry Kane.
Yeah,
Harry Kane.
Yeah, Harry Kane assists.
Look at the way Bell peeled off, but it don't matter, bro. Fuck Spurs.
Listen, at least Kane's not going to catch on Ree's record. You know what I'm saying, for assists. At one stage, it looked like he could challenge him.
He still can.
You think he can get? I mean, he's got 12 assists now. Can he get 8 more in his last?
He's playing Arsenal next. Don't be surprised.
He might get a hat-trick of assists next week.
You never know.
Listen, do you know what? I'm trying to, but I just can't jump on this Bale hype, bruv. I just can't do it. What has he done in his? He's in the UK. What has he done here ever? What's he done? What's he won here? What's he done? Like, who cares if you go next Enzies and win?
No, we're not saying that. We're not saying that. I think Bell just needs. He's now fit. Let's see the run because it's all about consistency. If he goes injured now, I've got no legs to stand on to defend the geezer. I've got nothing. But right now he's on a good run. He's scored in every single game he's played so far from starting fit and from starting as well. Let's see. But what I'm saying is, if he gets injured today, Bell's done fuck all here. That's all we have to know.
I hear that. People smashed that like button. Last 10 minutes left. Last game. We've done City United. We've done Arsenal, Burnley. Let's do the last one. Liverpool, Fulham. And you know what? I feel like it's only right that we go to Rash first. You know, on Friday, we asked him for his prediction. He had his moment where he waited before giving it. Then he said 1-0 Fulham. And I told someone to put down some money on it. I don't know if you did, whoever was watching. But yeah, the prophet was right once again. So Rash, man, What happened, man? How did you predict it, man?
It was just a well-informed guess. Yeah, no prophetic powers, no claim of being a psychic.
Bro.
I'm telling you, you just got to look at people's form, what they're doing, and what they need right now. And unfortunately, and a lot of Liverpool fans won't like this, but Liverpool has written off the rest of the season. Yeah. From the moment they admitted the league is City's, they've just taken the fourth. They don't care, bro. Because and I can see the mentality that they've got in the last 2 years. We've got the Champions League and the league. We're allowed to have an off season, and I think that's the mentality that's put them in their head and said, you know what, we'll just come back next season. This one's done, and you can see it in their play because they're not tired on the pitch. They're not getting run ragged on the pitch. They're just not trying as hard as we know they can. Yeah. And that is a really big problem. However, the reason why I wanted to kind of have a good say on this game is because a lot of the time when these clubs play teams like Liverpool's and the Uniteds and the Cities, all we do is speak about the flipping top, the big club and how bad they done. But nah, we need to put some respect in regards to the opposition that they had and that they were playing against. Okay, Fulham really put it together. They tried hard. Do you know what I mean? They defended as a full unit. Their centre backs, Adebayo and Anderson together. Those two was amazing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like nothing got through them. Like even Anderson in the last minute when he saved them. With that, where Liverpool could have just brought it back and it would have been really painful because it was in the last few minutes as well. Literally. Kept on going to the end. I was impressed with Bobby Reed. He was trying to get them up on the attack as well, more time holding it up, just trying to be a nuisance whenever they could get on the break. They spent a lot of time in their own half defending, but it was like, when we get the ball, let's make something of it. And they weren't afraid to go at the Liverpool defense. And I'm not surprised they're not, because of what's been happening lately and who they do have at the back. But I think they really went at them. Harrison Reed as well. He had Shaqiri's number. Yeah, he was like his shadow. Wherever Shaqiri went, he was following him. He couldn't get like.
You know what? I was just gonna say that Harrison Reed guy is decent. You know.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah. He was very like, his positioning was amazing. I remember I watched like a full 10 minutes of just his movement, and he didn't leave that circle and went just in front of the defenders. And whenever he clutched, Shaqiri was trying to make a run, he would move along with him, but give him like 2 yards space. The moment the ball was going to him, he gave him no room. And sometimes Shaqiri would try and drift off as well, but he would clock because it was so that Salah can get him behind. And he even clocked what Salah was doing. I just think it was a really good performance from him all round. Lemina had a brilliant performance as well. I think he was really good on the attack. He got the goal for them as well. Yeah, man, I just think they just really had a good performance. Lookman as well showed what he can do. Tete, like, bruv, I was just really impressed with them. Do you know what I mean? Like, they defended as a sick unit. When they attacked, it was together. It looked dangerous. Some sloppy balls at the end sometimes that make me think, oh gosh, man, just get it together and you could do something. You know what I mean? Like, just get it together, lads. You know what I mean? It's like they were getting exhausted by the time they reached the final third, and then they just flopped the final ball, which was good. Why Mitrovic came onto the pitch as well towards the end, because he's a really good, strong force for them as well. Yeah, man, really, really, really good performance from Fulham, man. And I don't want to, like, they were pinned back, but Liverpool couldn't do nothing, man. It was really good to watch.
It was. And you know what? I don't know about you two, Rash and Jalil, but I just like Fulham. I don't know what it is. I just like Fulham as a club. And yeah, I'm happy to see them in the Prem. I won't lie. And I'll be happy if they stay. And especially now, they're starting to reel in Newcastle, Burnley. So God willing, one of them two can go down and we can get rid of Steve Bruce or Sean Dyche. If we can get rid of one of them and Sam Allardyce, that's sweet. That's sweet. We need them out of the league.
Must say, I recognize the real Cater as well. he was present in that game. He was really
he
good,
was.
man. Like he was present in the yeah, and I was just like, that's the Keita I knew from back in the day. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what the kind of Keita we kind of been waiting for in the Premier League. Brilliant performance from him. It's just too bad that he wasn't backed up with anyone else other than like Williams and that. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, man, Jalil, like, what have you got to add? I mean, Rash spoke glowingly there and deservedly so about Fulham, but from Liverpool's point of view now, you know, Salah was shut out today. I feel like Keita almost had to play in midfield by himself. Who played up front with Salah?
It was
Shaqiri,
Salah, and
they were switched.
Did Jota play? Jota in there.
Jota started, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, first game back in a while, actually. Yeah. So yeah, man.
I only remember him being on the pitch because of that pullback when he tried to get away. That's what I remember him for in that whole game, to be honest.
But yeah, man, Jalil, like from Liverpool's perspective, man, are you ready to say now top 4 for them is over? Let me just tell you how far they are off top 4 right now. They are 4 points off top 4, having played a game more than Chelsea, who, if they win tomorrow, will go 7 points clear. And if Everton win tomorrow, they're 6 points behind Everton, and Everton have a game in hand.
Yeah, man.
It's not looking promising.
It's not. But yeah, I'm quite happy that Rash went through the Fulham team. I don't really know them, man, like that, other than, you know, the Lookmans, Loftus Cheeks, a few of them boys, man. So I don't really know too much about them. So Keita, to be fair, yeah, he looked business, and obviously, Rash, we watched him a couple of years ago, you know.
We did at the Emirates, we did.
We watched him at pre-season, man, and that was a season just before he went to Liverpool, remember?
Yeah,
so
he done the deal in it, but not gone.
Yeah. So we kind of knew what he was about, to be fair. We just ain't seen it. I don't know why. Is it because of the praise that's been around him? But yeah, that kid's got talent, man. We know this, bruv. We know this. Today he looked the business as well. But yeah, man, just going off that as well, I think Pep and Klopp have something. They're very similar in this aspect as where their play style is their ego, and if they change their playing style, it means they got to knock their ego of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's why we don't see Liverpool doing the business anymore, because for a team like Fulham, I'm not gonna lie, should have batted with the playing style that Klopp has all the time. Should have battered them. They were open, you know, and they defended really well. So you're normally ready to break teams like that down. Klopp's ego got in the way, man. Unfortunately, man. I don't know if I'm blaming the players anymore. I'm not sure if I'm going to say, "Oh, Salah didn't try." Salah tried. He was running. Shaqiri looked the part, man. I think he played more of a central role today, which looks quite nice to see him there. We know he's got a left foot, but unfortunately he couldn't hit the target today. Do you know what I mean? Playing the 2 centre backs again, 2 youngsters again was a bit iffy, but it is what it was. And what's the right back called again? What's his name?
For who? Fulham?
No, for
Liverpool. The one I played today, Nico Williams.
Williams, yeah.
I like Nico Williams, to be fair. I've watched him a few times, and I like him and everything. And if I'm honest with you, he's not a good replacement for Trent, especially after watching today. I think
he got cooked.
Bruv, he got baked, bruv. I like watching him, bruv. But yeah, today he got taken to the cleaners, bruv. Lookman and them man there.
It was good going forward, didn't it? But going back, he was getting hammered by the man then.
That's my issue.
Going back, he was watching Trent defender.
Yeah, exactly. But that's my issue with. I don't know if it's my issue just with Liverpool, but it's my issue with a lot of fullbacks these days. Whereas, okay, cool, we've got 2 centre defenders, but because I'm right back or my left back, I could do more of the attacking role, but then not do more the defensive role, just get into position. And I think that's unfair on the centre backs, in my opinion, bro, because you're causing a bit of havoc. They're out of position. It means someone else has got to work twice as hard because of. And that's what Trent's been doing, man. Trent has never really been a one-on-one stopper in terms of defence, but he's been that clinical. He puts the ball into the box and he makes something happen. These fullbacks are getting exposed, man. You need to do the defence as well as, man. Look at Ashley Cole. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to say too much more about that. All in all, poor performance from Fulham. I was shocked. You know, on the prediction show, I was looking at Rash for the camera, thinking, "Bro, this guy smokes some hard shit, but let me have some of that." Do you know what I mean? But again, he got it right, and obviously it's all based on luck. But this guy just seemed he thought about it and he saw into the future and he was like, "What if Liverpool get cooked? Yeah, fuck it. Let me just stick to my gun."
You guys gonna get me in trouble, buff. Yeah, you saying prophetic, you saying luck and looking into the future, but man, just guessed. I just guessed.
No.
Yeah. I just want to make it clear for the man them who are watching. I don't claim anything these men are saying.
Rash is a prophet, but God, just
yeah. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Lucky's just like, oh, I found £500 on the floor. I got lucky. So Rash is he's just guessing in it. But that's what I'm saying. When he makes these assumptions, I'm just thinking, what are you smoking? Let me have some. Do you know what I mean?
You have to understand. You have to look at Fulham for the last few games and see what their aim is, what they're trying to achieve. They want to stay. Do you know what I mean? They're trying to get out of that poor start to the season which they had. Do you know what I mean? And they're doing it, and you can see finally that they're gelling together. And then you look at the state that Liverpool's in at the moment. It was at home at Anfield. That's just their worst enemy right now, and they're playing with a nonchalance that shouldn't be there right now because they need results. And this might be like, I can't think of anyone who's had a worse drop from winning the league to not, you know what I mean? I don't know how Blackburn did.
Chelsea done it. Chelsea, I think.
Chelsea after the season after Mourinho won, and then
Mourinho won it
like 10th or something like that.
Mourinho won it.
Bro. Liverpool are heading there if they keep going like this.
That's what I mean. They could be heading along with that. You know what I mean? We could be seeing those sort of things. And it's because of their attitude. Unless they really say, do you know what? We need to get it together. He keeps on taking off Wijnaldum as well. And he seems to be the engine in the midfield. I'm not really getting that right now as well.
Yeah. Don't really get it, but boy, so you know what? Opinion Gruner saying, I know I said Liverpool will make it, but this was a significant game, and I don't think they will top 4 wide. Yeah, man, I'm almost out on Liverpool top 4. I think a couple more games and they continue like this, I'm gonna be out. And then Liverpool in the Europa League next year, that will be interesting.
John, what's Liverpool's next kind of run of games towards the end of the season?
Let me give you their fixtures. Let me give you their fixtures.
Then we can make a good judgment now if they will make top 4 or if they're out.
So, I'm not shocked seeing them like in back in Europa and stuff because I grew up seeing them in Europa. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. So, it's true.
Really, it's an anomaly. Their recent form in the last 5 years. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like what I'm used to from childhood to now is they're a nearly team. Yeah, you had a good history, but Europa's your level and Tottenham's.
Yeah. Had to bring in Tottenham there.
It's true, though. It's true. The truth.
Liverpool's next game is Wolves away, then Arsenal away, then Villa at home, then Leeds away, then Newcastle at home, and then United away. I mean, that's with the way they're playing now, that's a tough run of fixtures. I'm not gonna lie.
Newcastle's the only one we can say of our chest that they're gonna beat. Everyone else is questionable draws or
and they need a run of wins. They don't need so I don't know. But listen, people, I mean, that kind of wraps it up for the day. Obviously, we gave United their props at the beginning. Big up United today. You did your thing. Respect Luke Shaw. Respect Ole. Ole's at the wheel. You know what I'm saying? So we'll keep it moving. Obviously, we spoke about Arsenal as well. 1-1 against Burnley. Feel like we gave a fair analysis of that game. And we finished it up with Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? The Genie Rash called this spot on. People, like obviously next week's Friday predictions. Hey, if Rash goes in another one, then hey, I'll test it out. I'll put £10 on Rash bets next week, and I'll let you guys know how I did it.
Same.
Don't let me teach you guys a lesson, bruv. Don't be gambling. Don't be gambling with my predictions. Yeah.
so mad. But yeah, listen, Ed saying have a good week, lads. Love you guys. I appreciate it, man. People smash the
Yes,
Tuesday, people. We've got the centre back show. Should be a good one. Obviously, we got us, the main peeps, in there. We also got Jeff, who we saw in the Strikers episode, and we got a special guest, Jesse. Big up Jesse. We know who Jesse is, Spurs fan. Probably watching them at the moment. Should be interesting to see. He'll probably say Ledley King Hall of Fame. So let's see. Let's see. It'll be interesting to get his viewpoints.
Wait. You put Ledley King in the list? No,
Didn't I dash him out along with Jesse?
Wait. Hold on. Are you guys saying, because I'm going to send you the list tomorrow. Are you guys saying Ledley King shouldn't be on the list?
No, I'm joking. He should be on the list. But we don't know.
That man ain't got no knees, bro. What you talking about? Ain't got no knees and he didn't win nothing. Why is he on the list? I thought we deal with winners. Don't we deal with the winners? Ain't that what the lists are about? Winners.
Jesse,
you have to win something to be on the list, no?
Save it for Jesse.
You know this is gonna be a point of debate, but I've seen this a couple times, and I'm just gonna leave it here. Ed saying Ledley King gets an Arsenal's all-time 11.
No,
he
don't. But I like Ledley
on the bench.
Hey, but listen, that's people. 6:30 Tuesday. Centre back show. It's gonna be a good show. So make sure to set your reminders for that one. Should come out tomorrow. Set your reminders. Tune in. Yeah, man. It's the one we all wait for, the debate show. So let's get it. But people, Jalil, Rash, as always, appreciate you guys. Love, and people have a good evening and a good start to the week tomorrow. Peace. Peace out, people. Peace.